Alright guys, Motorready here. So the next video in this series I want to talk about are the side mirrors, right? So the side mirrors in a motorcycle are extremely important because we don't kind of have a rear view mirror like we would have in a car, right? So side mirror is the one that we really depend on to see what's behind us as well as what is besides us, right? So if you had a bike where the side mirrors would vibrate, so I had a bike which the side mirrors, especially I think the white one, would vibrate between 35 miles an hour to almost 65 75 miles an hour. And if you had a bike like that, you know how frustrating it would be, right? It's really difficult to see what's behind you, kind of really use the mirror. But I'm super happy to report that when it comes to the Goldwing, there's absolutely zero vibration when it comes to the side mirrors. And that again kind of shows the build quality as well as the quality of design and attention to detail that has gone into building this motorcycle, right? So the mirrors absolutely don't vibrate no matter what speed range. 10 miles it would not vibrate. Even I don't think I've ever reached 100 miles an hour, but 90 miles an hour, 92, 93, it doesn't vibrate. So that is really really important, and it's important for me to kind of give Honda kudos for it. There is one con though, and the con is that while you are riding, right? I mean, most often you will have your hands somewhere here, for you to speed up or speed down and so on, right? This is kind of the normal riding position when you're really alert and when you want to really control your throttle. But and when you have your hands here, there's a little bit of your shoulders and your hands covering the edge of the side mirror here, and that's okay. It doesn't really obstruct the visibility. When you have your hands here, you can still use a big chunk of this area to see behind you, and then a big chunk of this area to kind of see what's besides you, right, in the next lane and so on. So everything is perfect. But what happens is when you want to relax a little bit, right, when you are in a freeway cruising at 70 75 miles an hour and there's absolutely nobody in the road other than you, you might want to kind of relax and kind of move your hand to the edge a little bit, right? Scoot back a little bit and kind of have your hand in the edges. And when that happens, that kind of blocks a good chunk of the side mirror, and you can't actually see what's behind you when you have your hand kind of in the edge. So I have kind of gotten to train myself that whenever I really need to see the mirror or see what's behind me and so on using the mirror, I kind of move my hand back to a more normal position, and that kind of really opens up and allows me to see what's behind me and so on. So again, one may think it's a nitpick. Well, that's something one needs to at least be aware of and adjust to when you have the Goldwing side mirrors. And the mirrors I have are stock. I mean, they're quite good. I don't feel a need to replace it with anything else. Another thing I want to point out is that my feedback is really based on how you are seated on the bike. If you had a stock seat, of course I don't have a stock seat, my seat is an upgraded one, but it seats me exactly the way I would sit if it was a stock seat. So there's no change to how I sit. But if you have a carbon, for example, a carbon tends to make you sit in the bike and a little backward. And if you have kind of altered your handlebars to implement the Healy handlebars or anything like that, which kind of changes the position of the handlebar, then whatever I say may not really apply to you. But for the vast majority who have not made any changes, I think what I say would make perfect sense. So again, yeah, those are my 2 cents when it comes to the side mirrors. I'm really happy with it. It works really very well. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you like content like this, I would appreciate you like and subscribe. Talk to you later.